he's actually moving. I said, oh yeah, where are you moving? He's like, we're on the block. I'm like, oh, wish he'd move closer to me, you know what I mean? Every time I go to his house, it's like 40 minutes. It's far away. Anyhow, so since he's moving, he's getting rid of a lot of junk that he doesn't want. And I'm bringing him some Lucas oil. He always needs a resupply, as I do. Anyway, so I think he might have a Kohler Xt7, you know, lawnmower engine off of a Husqvarna that was all rusted out. Well, I got a good MTD deck with, I mean, I got a good mower basically with a bagger that doesn't have an engine. Well, I could put that engine on there and make a lawnmower to sell. I'm running low on things to do, man. I've fixed just about everything there is in my arsenal, and sales are very slow right now. But fall's coming, so I think that the demand for lawnmowers with baggers is going to be very desirable. So I'm going to end up having about 4 lawnmowers with baggers, so maybe I'll get to sell those in the upcoming month. Anyway, so I'm halfway there, and see what happens when I see Nick. So I'm over here at Nick from Medford's house. Dude is nowhere to be found. I'm gonna go raid his garage. There it is. There's a Kohler engine and a box full of crap. Cool. So I got an engine block, a sump. I think they're both Dunsky, but believe it or not, the connecting rod and piston is still good, which is rare for that.
Oh no, I live in Medford and I have a trailer.
Got a box of stuff over here that he gave me. Starter, the lawnmower engine that I need, and some Husqvarna wheels. So like I said, Nick is moving, so look at it. His garage is nice and clean now for a change. And then over here on this side, he used to have like 5 or 6 tractors always parked over here with junk all over the place, and now it's all gone. Problem is he's moving to a neighborhood where there's a bunch of old people, so we don't know how they're gonna like his wrenching outdoors with the engines running all the time.
Oh, it's a triple bagger too.
So I'm back home and I've got all the parts out of my van. So I just want to show you guys what I got. It's just a blower fan for the 18 horsepower engine here. This engine is Dunsky. As you can see, crack in the block, and also the actual connecting rod is still here, and I think it's a good piston too. What made this engine blow was the synchro balancer counterweight link went on this. Here's another crankshaft with a good link, but you still need another link, and also the journal's bad too. The sump is bad too, because the part where the synchro balancer rests on is Dunsky. I'll keep that drain. I believe this is a good head, but you need valve, which I have somewhere around here. He gave me about 3 or 4 carburetors, some intakes. This thing is for, you know, a winch. Some parts for LT1000 deck, right? This is the brake. This is a camshaft, but it's bent. You see that? This is Dunsky. Here's a starter motor, but I have a feeling the magnet is broken on the inside because you can't turn it. And you could hear the sandy grinding, like one of the magnets has broken in half. Also, this thing has popped out, so I could probably use this for parts. This is a tie rod link to the front steering for an LT1000. I could use this exhaust manifold pipe, dipstick, Briggs throttle bracket. I don't know what that is. That doesn't look familiar at all. And he said that this is a bracket for a bagger for a 0 turn. This is for the deck of an LT1000. Drain plug, LT1000 ignition switch. I'm going to probably strip all this stuff of stuff that I might need, and then chuck the block and the sump. A couple of valve covers here. So here's the Kohler engine. It's off of a Husqvarna 7021RD Kohler Courage Xt7, 173 cc's. So I have the air cleaner base, air cleaner cover, no air cleaner, and I was just looking through this, all right? And this thing was all discombobulated, but I kind of puzzled it together. This needs 2 screws to go onto the carburetor there, right? Take these 2 screws out to put the base inside, then the filter, then the cover. This primer hose was split, but I could route it underneath here to go there. I think it'll fit. If not, I might have another one. So I need 2 screws to get that on here. And also, what else is it missing? As you know, this is an auto choke, right? So this part here comes from the thermostat part of the muffler on that part. So when it's cold, like it is now, it sits like that, right? When it gets hot, you start the engine, this thing starts moving this way and pushes this thing to open the choke flap. But it's missing the link. You following what I'm saying? There's supposed to be a linkage that goes from here to there, and it's missing. And it appears to only be like an inch long. So I'm gonna have to fabricate my own, because I don't know what it looks like or anything, but it looks like it's just about an inch. A Z-bend here and a Z-bend there, about an inch, and that should work, because when this is heated up, this moves this way, that moves that way, and it opens up. When it is cold, see what I'm saying? It's cold right now, so that is the distance between this hole and that hole to have the choke closed. When it heats up, pushes this, pushes that, and it opens. But I need to find 2mm screws that'll screw onto here. Kohler is all millimeter. Like these things right here, 10mm. Gas line goes in there, and I think I could put it together. This is missing the recoil starter, so I'd have to take this off, fix the recoil starter, and then this is the original blade from the MTD lawnmower that I'm going to go get right now. Here's the MTD deck. This mower I got off the street, and it had a Briggs Quantum on it that actually had a blown connecting rod, which I took apart and sold some stuff for parts. So this is a really good condition lawnmower. It's in excellent condition. Has a bagger as well as the brake cable. I also have a blade and crankshaft bolt for it too. So all I need is an engine that runs, you know. It's just a push mower, so I don't have to worry about you know, the self-propulsion and the pulley and stuff. So I'm gonna fabricate a 1-inch or so linkage for the auto choke thermostat lever to the choke flap lever. I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like it's just an inch long, and I'll try to do that. I'm gonna find some bolts to mount the engine onto the mower so it has a platform. Okay, so as you guys saw, I fixed the recoil starter. I had to realign the coil back onto that area there because every time I tried to tighten it, it would go bing, bing, bing. That hook had to be just perfect, you know what I mean? So that took a while. Also, I had to find the bolts because it's 10 millimeter. I don't really have millimeter stuff, you know, even the small little screws. So it took me a while to find the right screws to get on there. Put everything back together. I made my own little linkage. I think it might work. Put some gas in here, just check the oil. I did pull starter to try a couple of times. There was no compression. I checked. There was no spark plug. So I just put a spark plug in there. Here we go. First pull. Let's see if it starts. See how something strange about the governor? It almost went out of control right there, and it's RPMing way too high. I'll have to figure that out. Something seems to be caught. Doesn't run very well, and I think the blade is kind of vibrating, you know. Just gotta get it all dialed in is all. So that's it. Just took that Kohler engine, put it on that lawnmower without an engine, made a lawnmower. And honestly, it mows very well. Cleaned up my mess, took my parts, put them in the back. Garage is pretty empty now. Still got to get a engine for this snowblower. And I'm going to take apart that engine one of these days and see exactly what was wrong with it. Whether or not that connecting rod broke from me banging that pulley out. I think that's exactly what happened. But anyway, guess what? So after I got back from Nick from Medford's house, when I was in the middle of all that, he actually texted me back and he says, you know what? You're going to have to come back tomorrow again. And I says, really? Because as I left today, he was on his way to go pick up another tractor. And then he says when he picked that up, he picked up 3 more tractors. I don't know where he finds the time to do all this stuff, honestly. Anyway, he's snatching 2 motors out of 2 of the carcasses, and he wants me to come and pick them up. So tomorrow I'm probably going to go back to Nick from Medford's house and pick up 2 tractor carcasses. Apparently they're, I think they're Craftsman gray tractors with decks, and they just need an engine. Well, as you know, I've been a busy bee recently, and I actually have 4 engines right now. I have a, I think it's a 17, but it has a 15 cover on it, right? I've got a Kohler 18 or 19, one of those things. I do need to do some stuff to that. I've got this 14 horsepower one that works. This was off the snapper, remember? And was that off the snapper? Yeah, this is off the snapper. I have a starter coming for that. Yeah, I think that's off the snapper, right? The backwards one. And where did I get that one? You know what? I don't remember anymore. But I believe these 2 work. Well, actually, I think these 2 work, but these 2 still need things, you know? But I think I could just slap that on and it works, you know? Oh, I know. This is off the Hurricane Isaias tractor, you know? The red, white, and blue MTD thing. Yeah, this one works. I could just plop that one on and it'll work. This one needs a starter, and I think it'll work. So, if I'm getting 2 carcasses, guess what? I've got 2 tractors to make with 2 engines. So, never a dull moment over here, you know? I thought for a while I was going to get some time off because I didn't have anything else to fix. But as soon as I say that, and as soon as that happens, I get something else to do. Anyway, thanks all for joining me on today's episode. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Here at Mowers and Blowers, we push them into the garage, but they come out driving.